Who are the Outrider Knights? Outrider Knights are from the cold, snowy region known as the Boreal Valley and are some of the most tragic beings that we come across on our journey. It's where we find the city of Iroquois, which Pontiff Sullivan has taken over and keeps isolated with sorcery that prevents anyone from passing its magical barrier. As you wander the streets of Iroquois, you can see Pontiff Knights, now hollow remnants who mindlessly guard the city from outsiders. You also see ghosts of Outrider Knights roaming the streets, their graceful strides a far cry from the beasts that you encounter on your journey. Outrider Knights are effectively exiles who Pontiff Sullivan sought to keep away from Iroquois. Each Outrider Knight was given a ring of Pontiff's black eyes which slowly drove them into beasthood as they were subjected to visions of endless combat. It feels as if there's desperation behind their frenzied attacks. In Greek mythology, Hera, the wife of Zeus, finds out about one of his mistresses, Lamia, who is a beautiful queen of ancient Libya. Hera made sure that each of the children she bore would be taken away from Lamia. In her broken and vengeful state, she began to devour the children of others, with the ugliness of her deeds reflected in her ever-changing state as she became more beast than woman. She had been cursed with an insomnia that caused her to mourn her children endlessly. So too were the Outrider Knights robbed of their humanity and sanity by Pontiff Sullivan. In total there were 5 Outrider Knights, with the 2 most notable being the Dancer of the Boreal Valley and Vort of the Boreal Valley, who are mandatory bosses that the player must defeat. Vort is more or less a beast at this point and attacks the player on all fours like the 3 other Outrider Knights that you encounter in the world. It's almost reminiscent of the first phase against Slave Knight Gale. Emma even refers to him as a dog. Dancer is a character who I find to be the most tragic of the 2. Pontiff Sullivan forced her to be a dancer and later an Outrider Knight, which is when her fate was sealed. As a dancer she moves gracefully, unlike the other Outrider Knights, and is the one who most resembles a human. Her enchanted swords mirror Pontiff's, with a dark sword in her right hand and a fire sword in her left hand. Pontiff Sullivan is one of the worst characters that we come across, and the tragedy of the Outrider Knights shows us the depths of his depravity and disregard for those around him. For as you face each Outrider Knight, you are facing someone struggling with unimaginable demons, haunted by combat and the endless cries of the battlefield.